Tom at Vintage Blues Guitars, and we happen to have two Harmony Stella 12 strings here from the early to mid 60s, and I just wanted to sort of clear up some misconceptions about these. The thing I want to clear up is the difference between the Stella H922 and the Stella H912. According to the catalogs, a lot of information that you read on the internet, the H922 was offered at least as early as 1940, and here it is in the catalog right here. And you notice the shape of the lower bout is the issue. The lower bout on a true H922 that people like to, I mean, they're very rare, this shape, by the way. You see a lot of these around, but you don't see many of the H922s. The earlier ones had this rounded lower bout that looks sort of like this shape. However, if you compare the two, and this is stamped H92, the one in my left hand here, you'll see that it's the squared off shape. So I think what was happening is the catalog didn't keep up with production. Even though this is stamped H922, it's identical to mid-60s H912. You can see in my left hand H912, this one's stamped H922, and the date stamp in it is 1963. This is, I can't read the date stamp in this, it's too blurry, but it's probably 66, 67. So let's compare these two, because they're, there are some differences, but this H922 is not that rare bird rounded lower bout type that I've only ever seen one of those. Neil Harp and I did a video a couple of years ago where we had a whole number of 12 strings, rare 12 strings, Holtzapfels, Stellas, Gibsons, slope-shouldered Gibsons, Harmony Stellas, and we actually had a round lower bout H922 in that comparison. You can find it on YouTube. I think it's called a 12-string guitar summit, something like that. But that you'll see one played there, and you can get a sound clip of that. So let's look at these two. Pretty much same construction, same shape, same size of the lower bout, same same measurements everywhere. Same measurement at the end pin, same material construction, typical birch top, back, sides, poplar neck, like a big wide C shape in the carb. Painted on binding, painted on sound ring binding. This earlier H922 actually has a squared off tailpiece that's not the trapeze type. Doesn't make that much of a difference. Tuners are exactly the same. But notice that there's no truss rod cover, so it makes you think, so this one didn't have a truss rod. But what you need to do in some of these earlier guitars is take a magnet, and lo and behold, there is a truss rod in there. It's just not adjustable. So this is probably that transition time where Harmony was getting away from the big fat baseball necks. They were starting to put truss rods in, but they did not have the adjuster because you don't see the plastic cap up top. Let's look at the stamped H912. Even though the numbers get lower, H912, 922, this is actually a later guitar. This, again, I can't read. The Harmony uses little S or F stamps inside, and this could be, it's too blurry to read, but it's probably about a 67, 66, 67 based on the appointments. But notice, truss rod cover, there's definitely an adjustable truss rod in there, and of course the advantage of the adjustable rod is you can adjust relief as you see fit. Same bridge, same body materials. This happens to have this screwed on pickguard at this time, and also this 12 string, what people typically call a trapeze tailpiece, because it's hinged, it will swing that way. Otherwise, pretty much the same carve in the neck, same tuners, same materials. So let's take a look at the sound difference. I have this tuned with medium strings, and they would be like 12 to 52s. Let's look at the earlier than this is date stamped with a Harmony date stamp inside, and let's see, F63 FK. So as some people say, S stands for spring, some people say it stands for second half of the year, who knows. This is strung with light 12-string gauge. They would be like 11 to 48s. I probably should have strung it with mediums. I think it sounds a little fuller. So anyway, that's the difference between these two guitars. Even though they're stamped differently, they're basically the same guitar except for the adjustable truss rod. So these will be available on our website at some time in the near future. Check them out, and thanks for watching.